Whiteboard animation can really spruce up a presentation. What is whiteboard animation? It's graphics that appear to be hand-drawn into a presentation, but we know they're not hand-drawn because the lines are normally too straight. I have some examples here. I went to images.google.com. I did a search for whiteboard animations and some that are labeled for non-commercial reuse. And I found a video here that gives a really good example. Now this effect is achieved normally with software that can be rather expensive or using a production company, which is extremely expensive. But we can recreate some of this look using simply PowerPoint and animations. There are several ways to create the drawn effect. We're going to use in this example shapes and animations. And I'm using PowerPoint 2016, but this should work with any version of PowerPoint. I'm starting with a blank screen, and basically I'm going to take some shapes and turn them into a picture. For instance, let's look at maybe a house. Maybe the top of the house would be a triangle. Let's go to Insert, Shapes, and I'll pick out a triangle. And then holding down my left mouse button, I'll left click and drag until I get the size of the triangle that I like. And I'd like for it to have no color or a white color. So I'm going to click on the Format tab, go to Shape Fill. And for now, let's go to No Fill. And so it won't turn blue every time I come up with a new shape. I'm going to right click on the line and click Set as Default Shape. So it'll draw clear every time. Next, I need the bottom of the house. I'm going to go to Insert. And I'm going to find a rectangle, and I'll draw that right here. If I wanted to put a window in, I could insert another rectangle. If I wanted, I can put a line here for the separation for the window. And another rectangle for the door. And let's do a circle for the knob. Next, let's draw a tree. We can do some of the same things. I'll start with a rectangle for the base of the tree. And let's use triangles for the leaves per se. And actually I'd rather for this triangle to be white instead of clear so you won't see the stick here. So under Format, I go to Shape Fill. We'll change it to white. And I'll now set white as my default shape. I right clicked, set as default shape. And let's do another triangle. So each one of these can come into my picture separately. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to left click in the corner here and hold down and drag. So I'm selecting all my objects. And in my menu here, I go to Animations. And I want every animation to come in as a wheel. These are the entrance animations. I'll select Wheel. Now let's go to the animation pane so we can edit this a little bit more so we can see what's going on. So here's all my objects, and here they are here. They're all selected, so whatever I do now will apply to all the objects. So I'm going to select After Previous, and the duration, right now it takes about 2 seconds to draw each one. I'm going to change it to 0.5, and I don't need a delay. And notice what happens here, how it's going to draw one at a time. But actually, I want the first one. I don't want the first one to be after. I want all the other ones to be after. So I'm going to select the first drawing here. And that's this one here. I want it to come on with the previous. Which means as soon as we get to that slide, then that animation will go. And now each one of these other animations will come afterwards. So let's see what it looks like so far. I'm going to go to Start Slideshow. As we can see, each one is drawn in individually. Stay tuned for more on drawing in PowerPoint.